I've been spoiled. Julian's here like every week to sit and laugh and make fun of me, and he's not here this week. And I just feel so alone. I've been watching a lot of DIY videos lately, and a long time ago someone sent me a link that was on Facebook, and it was this hot glue video where someone had made flip-flops out of hot glue, and I got like physically angry. I got like hot in the face and was like kind of mad. But I know that these videos are all over Instagram and Facebook. I've never really seen anybody talk about it, about how absolutely god-awful these are, with the exception of Drew Gooden, who has made one video in the past and actually released another video today about Instagram like life hacks. I'd say by far the ones that sort of like baffle me the most are the hot glue ones. The things that people will do with a hot glue gun and call it a hack is just beyond. Like, I don't know who they are for. Who are you helping? Like, some of them are just like popsicle sticks and razor blades that you glued together and made yourself like a prison weapon. But I really wanted to try some of these hot glue hacks. And I'm not gonna do like the more ridiculous ones where they hot glue like a bottle cap onto an orange and squeeze it and make orange juice. Like, I cannot justify spending my time that way. And this is coming from someone who put rhinestones all over their entire face. But I am a little curious about some of the wearables. If anyone's gonna actually sit down and do these crafts, it's gonna be me, because I really don't know anyone else that would watch this and be like, yeah, I got some time to kill and some glue to waste. The prerequisite for making this pair of hot glue shoes is to own a pair of shoes beforehand to trace. Why don't you just wear those perfectly good looks like parchment paper. You just cover the shit out of it with hot glue. Attach like a strap, and then you put another layer on top to somehow negate the fact that it's filled with holes. What a life hack! So I want to try it because I haven't seen anyone be like, I tried this stuff on 5-Minute Crafts. I wasted my time, energy, money, resources, and these are my results. So I'm gonna do that. Mind you, when I was getting supplies for this video, it cost me almost $100 to get all the supplies to make the things that I'm about to make. So just keep that in mind for those of you that are like, oh yeah, it's like such an inexpensive, cool way to like make stuff. I'm not sure I agree with that, because a lot of the stuff that they're DIYing, it's like sometimes not really stuff you just have like laying around the house. So the whole name of the channel is 5-Minute Crafts. So if this takes me longer than 5 minutes, I call bullshit on that entire channel. So when I wear these, people will be like, oh shit girl, where you get those fucking shoes from? And I'll say 5-Minute Crafts on YouTube, the channel that scams you into watching 12 of their videos in a row before you realize it's all the same fucking video. Do you see my hand shaking already? Like, I'm tired. This is exhausting. I honestly, like, I want to be wrong. I want to believe. But so far, this just seems like a tedious, slightly dangerous task. And a wasteful one at that. Like, this takes a lot more glue than I had anticipated. It'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's probably like $6. Unless you didn't have parchment paper, then maybe $10. Now you're in the $10 range. This is like, you could buy a pair at Target for $10 now. So I'm a little confused as to why the fuck you're spending that kind of money to glue yourself a pair of shoes that have holes in the bottom. Now, I'm not gonna use parchment paper to make the sandal straps because I'm just gonna do it on my table because I've stopped giving a fuck. I'm by no means a weak girl. I have strong, meaty arms, which sometimes look fat in shirts. I have pretty decent grip strength, and my grip is exhausted. This is exhausting. The sun's literally setting since I started doing this. The sun's also setting on my window of opportunity for me to do something with my life. Like, I'm not trying to stifle anybody's creativity, but this is a fucking waste of time. I can't believe I have to do another layer before this whole pair of shoes is done. Like, if I step on anything mildly three-dimensional, it will go into my foot. I think this is like a very loose definition of shoes. They don't protect your feet from anything. What are they adding to your foot? The idea of doing more hot glue crafts after this is like making me hivey. Just sort of waiting for it to be over. And these shoes obviously will just inevitably fall apart and you'll have to hot glue them back together. Like, have you ever tried to hot glue part of your shoe back together? It doesn't work. Let's make a whole shoe out of that frustrating substance. I'm just settling for blobby blob mess at this point because I just don't care. I know it's only been a couple of minutes for you, but for me, it has not been. Okay, it's like lifting the other side. Oh no, this design is flawed. It pulls the shoe up, you know. Okay, this part's coming apart now too. Yeah, let's just get back in here. These better be the dankest shoes in the world. I mean, the texture and just the general design of them remind me a lot of like jellies, but I feel like you could find jellies cheaper than what I just did. Maybe I didn't make the strap long enough, but then again, it's not like they showed you how to do it. So see, the problem is that they don't really stick together because there's so many holes in them. Okay. You know, they're not structurally sound anywhere. But now that I have completed them, I guess I am a little bit proud. It's kind of cool, but is it? Is it though? I'm just gonna jam these on my feet. Oh, okay, see? It just sort of like, let me get up and I'll show you. At first when I put them on, they felt kind of good. I was like, oh, that's a little squishy. After a couple seconds, it physically starts to hurt. It feels like you're standing on some softish Legos. Look it, if I take one step, they sort of just flop all over. They are not shoes at all. This is not okay. This doesn't feel good and they don't work. Like if I were to actually walk, they just slip off my feet. See that? What the hell is going on? I will never get this part of my life back. I knew they looked ridiculous on the internet, because guess what? They are. This doesn't work. These have been an exhausting failure, but I am gonna move on to the next craft, which is slightly less involved. But before I do that, let me just give you an idea of what else is on this channel. First of all, this person just made a tiny little bikini for their iPhone whose underwear slips over the home button so you can no longer use it. Sick. But this is probably one of my favorite crafts. You just take a tampon, okay? And you glue it to the top of a jar and spray paint it. Oh, what? It's for your rings. They have 12 million subscribers. I'm not trying to shit on their channel or their creativity, but you know what? Some of it feels like you're gonna pull a muscle from reaching. So this next one got me pretty hyped up. Individually cutting out, wait for it, a set